Hello, sixth graders. We are on our next lesson here of Order of Operations unit, and this time we are looking at variables and expressions. So we are getting into some algebra, and I absolutely love algebra, so I'm excited for this lesson. And our learning target for today is I can evaluate algebraic expressions using substitution. Okay, so here are some vocabulary words that we need to know. It looks like a lot, but we should be able to get through these, okay? So first things, math that uses variables is called algebra. So whenever you see a variable, which is our first vocab word, which is a symbol that represents an unknown quantity. So it's like a letter. So in math, it's a letter that is in place of a number. So we use things like N, M, P, X. Any letter can take place of a number. An algebraic expression. So here's an example. The expression n plus 2 is an algebraic expression because it contains variables, numbers, and at least one operation. So it has a variable, our letter n. It's got the number 2 in there, and one operation, which in this case is addition. So that's what makes an algebraic expression. Our next word, a constant, is a number that does not change. So looking back at our last algebraic expression, the n plus 2, the number 2 does not change. That is constant. It always will be 2. Whereas our letter, so our variable, that could change, but the 2 is always staying the same. Next word, coefficient, the numerical factor of a multiplication expression that contains a variable. So, for example, we have 4n. That means 4 times n. So anything something is attached like that, there's actually a multiplication symbol in between there that we do not see. Okay? And our last word here, substitution. That means replacing something with something of equal value. In algebra, it is putting numbers where the letters are. So for example, if we had 4r, which again, the coefficient tells us that we are multiplying 4 times r. Alright, if r were to equal 2, we would plug in 2 for our variable of r, and then we would have 4 times 2. So let's look at what all of those vocab words, what exactly they mean and what exactly they look like. So here we have evaluate an algebraic expression. And again, from our first lesson of this unit, we found out that evaluate means to find the value of something. So we are evaluating or finding the value of n plus 3 if n equals 4. So we are using our substitution, and we are plugging in 4 for n. So we have 4 plus 3. I just plugged it in for n. 4, plugged it in. And now we just solve it. Use our order of operations. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, again, in this example, our 3 is our constant. That is what's never changing. And our variable is n. Okay, try these ones on your own. Evaluate each expression if c equals 8 and d equals 5. And then we'll come back and try these together. Well, our first one here, c minus 3, well, up above it told us that c is going to be equal to 8, so we plug that in. 8 minus 3. Well, 8 minus 3 equals 5. So that is our answer for that one. Next, 15 minus d. We were told that d equals 5, so we just use our substitution, and we plug in 5 for d. 15 minus 5 equals 10. Next one, c plus d. So we plug in each one. So 8 plus 5. Well, 8 plus 5 is 13. Okay, and there are our final answers for those. Okay, now these ones have coefficients on there, which again are just numbers in front of our variable. So we are evaluating 6n plus 4 if n equals 5. Now again, remember, whenever they're connected like that, there's a multiplication symbol in there, so all we're doing is multiplying. So first thing, plug in our number for our variable, which is 5. So 6, we're plugging in 5 plus 4. Again, there's that multiplication in front there. Order of operations says that we start with our multiplication, so 6 times 5 equals 30 plus our 4. And we have a final answer of 34. Okay, try these ones out on your own and then come back and check your answers when you are done. First one, evaluate EW minus 2V if W equals 5 and V equals 3. Again, we've got coefficients, so numbers right in front of our variable, which tells us we need to multiply. So first I'm going to plug in my numbers here into my expression. 8, it's going to be times 5, minus 2 times 3. Order of operations says that we work left to right. Well, 8 times 5 equals 40. 2 times 3 is 6. 40 minus 6 equals 34. Oops. Next one, we have 4y squared plus 2 if y equals 3. So let's start with plugging in our 3 for y into our expression. Now, using order of operations, first thing, parentheses. We do have parentheses, but notice there's no other operation inside of it. It's just kind of a place, it's just kind of holding the 3 in place. So there's nothing we need to do with the parentheses. So we move on to exponents. I'm going to copy down my 4. Well, 3 to the power of 2 is going to be 9 plus 2. Okay, multiplication and division. 4 times 9 equals 36. Okay, 36 plus 2 equals 38. And there is our final answer. Okay, that is all for evaluating algebraic expressions. So you can always go back, rewatch the video, read the examples in the textbook if you need more help with this. And you can always watch the personal tutorial videos in the resources of the online textbook. Make sure you have taken good notes and you have those ready for class tomorrow. And come with questions. And then go ahead and head on over and take your NICU quiz.